North Bihar is a land of rivers and rich floodplains, locally known as chors, mines and tals. The river network here consists of the river Ghagra and 7 other major rivers, which are Mahananda, Kosi, Kamla Balan, Adhwara group of rivers, Bagmati, Buri Gandak and Gandak. These rivers that form extensive floodplains belong to the Ganga River basin and come from the highest peaks of geologically young Himalayas.
सबसे ऊंचाई से निकल के आने वाली हिमालय की नदियां नेपाल से उत्तर बिहार में टकराती हैं। ये सबसे तीखे कोन से आती है। कोन तीखा और दूरी सबसे कम।
The rivers carry huge amount of silt, enriching the floodplains and forming the downstream Gangetic Delta. Naturally, livelihood systems of communities evolved around the dynamics of water and silt exchange.
वो जमीन पहले सोना चांदी का बराबर में माने उसका मोल था.
Primarily, communities have been managing these river systems using very traditional knowledge, which were ecologically harmonized.
Cropping cycles were aligned to make the best use of the natural fertilization by the inundation brought each year during monsoons.
पहले नया पानी पाते थे, नया मिट्टी मिलता था, नया फसल होता था, खाद की कोई जरूरत नहीं होती थी.
A diversified mix of agriculture, fisheries and aquatic plants was the backbone of food security of communities living in the floodplains.
बड़े-बड़े चौर, बड़े-बड़े तालाब छोड़े गए इस इलाके में, एक-एक, 2-2, 4-4 किलोमीटर लंबे तालाब, क्योंकि वो बाढ़ का अतिरिक्त पानी अपने में समा लेते थे. फिर जब पानी उतर गया तो वो वहाँ का भूजल संवर्धन का काम करते थे, नीचे का पानी अच्छा निकल सके, कुओं को रिचार्ज करते थे. बाद में अगर हमने ट्यूबवेल लगाए हैं तो उनको रिचार्ज करते थे.
Lakes like Kavar, Barela, Kusheshwar, so many other dams like Nagi, Nakti, then Gogabil, so many wetlands and small and bigger lakes.
The relationship of people with floodplains has strong reflections in their culture and belief systems.
I know in Mithila area that Pushkarini, Pokhri is treated as a daughter.
ऐसे त्योहार और नियमों से जोड़ा था कि घर में एक अच्छा कारज हुआ, शादी हुई, विवाह हुआ, संतान हुई, तो तालाब पे जाके कुछ करना है.
With the onset of monsoon, the ponds and river channels were cleaned to provide for much needed flood storage. This practice was known as Jur Shital.
Sankranti of Vaishak, it was sacred duty of everybody to clean all the water resources.
The act of preparation before flood was known as a celebration named Zizar.
It was a bargain with the river. Some inconveniences, seasonal inconveniences for 2-3 months a year, and then for rest of the period they were having all the good things in life.
The floodplains were also a reservoir of biodiversity, a magical interdependent network used to flow in the region. It sometimes seems that the communities, creatures, rivers, ponds and lakes all were a single entity. But the whole system reversed when a confused pattern of water management was introduced in the region. Embankments and barrages were constructed all over to control the dynamic water regimes and secure people from floods. In reality, the floodplains were cut off from rivers and the regime fragmented.
That whole of the area in between the embankments gets silted up and the water level goes up, putting much more pressure on the embankments, causing damage to them, and then the floods are more devastating than they were earlier.
2 years ago, the government came out with the sequence of breaches, in these rivers, starting 1987 to 2010. The breaches have been 371 times, all the rivers included. So 371 times is not a small thing over 23 years.
Now we have 3,500 kilometers of embankments. We have tried to tackle the problem of floods only through embankments, knowing fully well that embankments create drainage problems. It's an anti-drainage measure, has adverse effect on agriculture.
the natural capital of the rich wetland system, accessible for free to the communities, was replaced by cost-intensive technologies, further accentuating deprivation and deepening poverty.
उस पार डूब जाता है तो अब बांध पर आता है तो न जलाने के लिए न पानी खाने कुछ नहीं
मिलता है.
About 942,000 hectares of land is waterlogged. Even if there is no drop of rain falling in the state, this much of area is underwater. Of this, 836,000 hectares is in North Bihar.
वाटर लॉगिंग उन्हीं जगहों पर संयोगवश हुआ जो मुख्य रूप से धान का मेन सेंटर्स थे उत्पादन के.
The floodplains were rapidly converted for expanding agriculture and infrastructure such as roads, railways and settlements.
इस गांव में अभी जो मुख्य सड़क है वो नदियां जो थी वो बह रही थी.
जैसे रेलवे लाइंस बनाई हैं, हाईवेज बनाए हैं. हमने तो खाली हाईवे को अपने इकोनॉमिकल तरीके से जितना बनाना है बना दिया, पर उसके लिए तो पानी की जगह तो नहीं थी. तो अभी तक हमने खाली हमारा ही ट्रैफिक की बात की, पानी के ट्रैफिक की तो कभी बात नहीं की.
We have seen imposition of technical solutions which do not recognize how wetlands are connected to the river basins, or how even small ponds to large lakes to floodplains are but essentially one system.
Most of the lakes of Bihar, small or large, they are river fed, and somewhere disturbance due to human interference or some other reasons, the inlets from the river or linkage from the rivers to those wetlands have been choked for the interest of developing agricultural land.
The ability of floodplains to regulate floods is rapidly diminishing. With silting river courses, the intensity of floods and the risk of overtopping embankments have been increasing. As people have gradually moved closer to the embankments and into the floodplains, damages to lives and assets have increased too.
In Kusaha in 2008, there is a state report which says that the losses incurred to the state was about 14,800 crores.
The link between wetland management and disaster management is very weakly understood.
What type of intervention is required from ecosystem point of view and from DRR point of view? That is still a missing link which needs to be integrated in times to come.
While each year a substantial sum is spent on flood relief and rehabilitation, there is very little effort towards integrated water resource management. The wetland-dependent communities, with very little voice in the political system, lost in the development process.
जो आजीविका है मछली का, फिर सिंघार का, मखाना का, उनका अस्तित्व जो है वो समाप्त होने पर है.
धान का भी फसल है, सिंघारा का फसल है, बाढ़ आया उसमें दहला गया, किसान क्या कर सकता है.
बड़का बड़का झील सब में मखान उपजे वाला से झील सब पड़ल है. सरकार तो कोई ओइ पर निगरानी छेबे नहीं के लिए मखाना पर.
उतना दाम नहीं मिलता है हम लोग को, जितना दाम होना चाहिए. मेहनत मजदूरी जितना करते हैं उस हिसाब से दाम नहीं मिलता है हमारा मखाना का.
अब स्थिति ये हो गई है कि वेटलैंड में पानी नहीं है, मछुआरे के पास उतनी इकोनॉमी नहीं है, उनके पास उतना पैसा नहीं है कि वो पैसा लगावें और अपने लेवल पर वो किसी कल्चर कर सकें, और स्थिति ये हो गई है कि अब मछुआरे वहाँ से माइग्रेट करना शुरू कर गए.
Floodplains and wetlands continue to be understood as marginal lands with very little productive use.
The Cover Lake, that is the largest wetland of Bihar, or lake of Bihar, spread into 6,311 hectares. Problem is there, the lake is dying.
There is a need to rethink and re-strategize water and wetland management in Bihar.
Finally, we will have to create very effective institutions. And these institutions need to be capable of managing a river as a single ecological entity.
नदी की continuity maintain रखना है.
We have to find the links between our socio-economic systems and ecology.
जो आजीविका है उसकी बात, उसकी पॉलिसी बनाने जा रहे हैं, तो वो तो वहाँ की प्रकृति पर आधारित होगी ना.
Livelihood should be integral part of any disaster risk reduction planning. The reason is, if a person has a strong livelihood, more chances of bouncing back quickly.
Wetlands of high biodiversity should be accorded special priority for conservation as biodiversity habitats. There is a need to understand that wetland conservation is linked with larger ecosystem.
We should be able to communicate that the success of agriculture, the success of fisheries, the success of urban planning, the success of climate change adaptation is linked to wetland management.
There is also an urgent need to review the old embankments as well as new proposed embankment projects. A proper drainage of river and rainwater is essential for any kind of livelihood patterns.
पानी का निकासी अति आवश्यक है, तभी जो खेती हो सकता है इसका ही.
Community members find that reviving original channels of rivers can also be a part of the solution.
सहायक नदियों सबको का उड़ाही किया जाए, उसमें पानी का बंटवारा किया जाए.
We have to recollect the wisdom from our traditions and culture, which we have ignored without logic. It is very clear that without community participation, we can't move forward.
जब गांव वाला से हेल्प ले करके कोई काम शुरू हो तो कुछ तो जरूर सही होते, जना आखिर कुछ नहीं हो रहे ना, कुछ जरूर सही होते.
We need to hear the unheard voices, which are oppressed always and have a lot to share.
तो हमको जरूर मुरुख जरूर है सर, लेकिन पानी के तजुर्बा में हम इंजीनियर हैं.
We can only hope for a positive change if we can revive the way of living or establish a sustainable system. A system respecting the nature of the rivers and wetlands, and that will be jaltantra.
North Bihar, छै के प्रधान ये बहिना, हीरा ऐसन भारत देश. अरे जहाँ बहै पावन गंगा, जहाँ बहै पावन गंगा धार गे बहिना, हीरा ऐसन भारत देश मोर बिहार. अरे जहाँ बहै पावन गंगा, जहाँ बहै पावन गंगा धार.